It's me.
Hey, what's up? You get in from the airport okay?
Yeah, are you Todd, the team manager?
Hey, look, I gotta finish this meal before I go out to eat, so here's my skateboarding 101 spiel. The more coverage you get, the more crazy tricks you land, the more tours and free gear for you, okay? Just push yourself, show us your Skittles, and everything is cool.
Skittles?
Skills! Skittles means skills. What are you, from Idaho? Hey, look, the filmer's here to shoot some other guys. Go piggyback with them and get some coverage, all right?
Hey everybody, welcome back to James Plays Thug. We are here in beautiful San Diego, I guess, and you may or may not be able to tell. Let me try to straighten myself out. There we are. We joined Team Zero. What does that mean? Not too much, just a couple of aesthetic changes. For example, we have access to gear, like the shirt they automatically stuck on us, and you might notice that the interface has changed just a little bit to have the logo there. Also, when I pause, you are not gonna see much of anything, but if I go to options and I go to interface themes, we now have access to the Zero theme. And that really doesn't matter. I think I have it on like Retro Hawk or something. I don't even know, because I don't pay attention, and neither should you. And let's go back here, and we'll take a look at stats. We turned AM last time, which unlocks the ability to get 2 more points in each stat. For the most part, these aren't too bad, except for, I'd say, these two. Grinding for 25 seconds, manualing for 17 seconds. They're doable, but they are a pain. Everything else, I would say, is just kind of par for the course. And I will get everything and be right back with you. Hey, welcome back. We changed our shirt back out. We are still not done with our McDonald's sponsorship. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. It's sort of food. And I got those stats I was just talking about. Not too hard at all, except for the ones that I did mention. I may or may not have used a balance sheet to get those. I will never tell, except I did. And now we will get into the game. First things first, I'm just going to snag a couple of gaps here, that little rail to rail. And let me try for this. There we are. The big ledge hop. Just a couple that just really don't tie in anywhere else at the moment. Now let's talk to photographer.
Yo, let's get some photos for your first magazine ad. We're gonna have you lay down some hammers on this 20 stair set. Alright, let's do this. Let me see something basic for starters.
All you have to do is jump over the stairs and do a flip trick. And you do get a gap for that.
Alright, let's take it up a notch. Try to set down something a bit more difficult.
And we're going to do that a bunch more times. Just very simple flip tricks.
Man, you're killing this spot. Let's get another big trick.
And yet again. Oops, I did an impossible and not a double impossible. By the way, if I were to do a triple impossible, that also wouldn't count. You have to do the specific trick mentioned. Luckily, they give us enough time to go around and back up and down.
Yo, you're unconscious, kid. One more time to lock it down. You bust something gnarly and you'll own this spot.
Oh, cool. It's like Monopoly, but with skateboarding. Alright. Now, let's head over here. We got somebody. We'll talk to Kozar in a second. Let me just snag a couple more gaps. We've got Channel Planter R to R high, then the reverse. Channel Planter R to R low. You'll see that a lot in this level, where going in one direction and then going in the other direction will count as 2 different gaps. Now let's go ahead and talk to Kozar.
Aw, what do we gotta do for coverage these days? Here's one that nobody will volunteer for.
He's apparently a team pro, and he's fatter than my character.
There's a bunch of flower boxes up on that sketchy ledge, and they want a picture of one of us grinding some of them down. Guess what? You're up, newbie. Don't look down.
So what we gotta do is we gotta grind this ledge and hit the flower boxes as we do. You may or may not be able to tell, but it's not a continuous ledge. We hit these 3, then we gotta jump across to get onto an awning, and that'll wrap around to something very similar to what we're looking at right here. Thankfully, this doesn't have to be done in a single combo, which means take it easy if we need to. Like that. We can take a breather and make sure I got balcony hopping. Let me run back and just talk about that. You start on like this inside ledge and jump to this outside ledge and a grind, or the opposite. And there you go. I've never gotten it to trigger over on this side ever. When I'm doing this mission, at least. Never really tried outside. But yeah, it'll always work on these later ledges. Okay, back to grinding. Oh, that's fine. We'll actually get ourselves another gap this way. Just let me get our angle going. There we are. We got a lofty grind. And that's just for grinding that ledge. And now we'll also get lofty lip. Eventually, if I can make things happen the way they should. No, that's too much of an angle. Lip tricks are always a little difficult. There we are. Alright. Let's go for snagging a few more gaps. First off, we've got this rail. And then over here, you see, may or may not be able to see, but there's a rail over there as well. And a big old hole in the middle. So I'm going to try to get some good speed here. And we'll get big rail to rail for that. Turn back around and work on a couple more things. We've got quite a few gaps to get, and not many of them at the start here will tie into like being done during a mission. So that's why we take our little break here. Anyway, off the grind, get some speed and distance, high wire act. And that's for just jumping and landing in a grind on any of the wires in this level, I believe. And let's try to get back up here and do one more thing. Then we wait, and then we jump at the right time to grind on that thing and get 10-point landing. I don't know what it's supposed to be. It's like some kind of like coral lizard or something. Anyway. Jump over the stairs. As you see, that said west rail to rail, and this one will be east rail to rail. Now just a couple more gaps, and then I'll get back to doing missions, like, you know, the point of the game. There's a statue here. The statue is a guy on a horse holding a spear. Get a nice spear by grinding that. And now if I can do it, apparently I can't. This is a real low ledge there, so it can be difficult to hit it just right and get the air that you want off of there. Don't worry, we'll do it this time for sure, I promise. I lied. I'm a liar. I'm so sorry. Okay. And now for real. There we are. Had to make sure I had the speed anyway. So that's the 9.5 point landing, going from that spear over to the ledge. And just for good measure, let's just do a regular spine transfer over that and get over the horse. Now we will talk to Paul Rodriguez.
Hey, think you could jump over this horse from way back on that rooftop? Hey, get special and do a 540 flip over the horse and then acid drop onto the quarter pipe.
Hey, let's go ahead and do that. But first things first, more gapping. There we are. North side, bell, R to R. And then, fingers crossed. There we go. South side, bell. Now, fun fact about those gaps, they only work on this side of the arches. If I tried to gap over this side of the arches, it won't register. Don't know why, but that's where we are with that. Now, let me just get our special, and off we go. We got down the horse's spine for acid dropping like that. Now, where do I want to go? I want to go over here. Go all the way around and talk to Ralphie.
What's up, rookie?
He's got stuff on his face. He'll show it again, maybe? Yeah, there. I have no idea what that is at the moment.
There's a crew waiting up on the roof of the tunnel building. They set up some stuff for you. Manual all the way through both big arches. Oh, and in the middle of it, pop a flip trick over the traffic barrier. We'll just need one shot, so make it count. We'll figure out the trick when you get up there.
Alright, let's wait. Varial heel flip. We got the sawhorse gap, but I didn't finish the manual. That's fine. And now we did it. We got the rooftop arch manual. And we'll just shut him up for a sec, ignore him, and do the goal that we did not do. We just air out of the atrium.
Alright, here it is. They want pictures of you blasting some big grab airs. Above us is a nice open gap over the front of this atrium. It's perfect.
Sorry.
Work up speed back and forth and do the grabs that I tell you. Use a boneless to jump higher if you need to.
We basically just have to gap between these atrium things. Whoa, I don't know what that was. Let's try that again. There we are. And we just need to build up our momentum, usually by getting special. And that'll give us enough air to go across.
Nice. Now let's get a picture of something a little tougher over the gap.
And just like the stairs thing, we're going to do this a few times with different tricks. Also, I believe on normal, the ramps are different. I think they actually give you a bigger ramp to go off of, and therefore it's a smaller distance. But still, you know, this isn't difficult at all.
Wow, kid, you've got serious skills. How about another tough one over it? Go for it.
Just gotta make sure you get the speed and momentum to make that jump. And like I said, it just means get special and blammo.
Crazy. You're unstoppable. They just want one more shot. Let me see something really big over it and we're done here.
And fourth verse, same as the first, second, and third. There we are. Now we will go do the chapter change. Actually, let me try for one more gap since I'm right here. This one is a little tricky to do at this junction. Yeah, forget it. Forget it. We will get it later. Let's just go ahead and talk to Schizo.
All right, newbie, you want coverage? You gotta get creative. You nail this run, your picture will be in a magazine ad for sure. I'll call out the tricks and the team photographer will snap the photos. You just worry about busting them over the spine transfer on this statue. Rock and roll, kid.
I've seen this before, you know, do tricks that include a gap, which means you can combo in more tricks. And that's the best way to do this, is just, you know, as long as you have them all in a combo that includes the gap, then you can land a whole bunch. I have no idea why I got that much height off of that, my goodness. And it's pretty easy to stay straight on this. Should be coming to an end soon. There we are.
Hey, check out the ad for the Idaho Kid. This demands a party.
Yeah?
Tell you what, you're the freshie. You're in charge of the party treats.
What?
I don't dislike Todd as a character. He's kind of fun. Anyway, we're now in the next chapter, and let's try for a couple of gaps at this junction. See, we need to grind these rails and land on the ledge, or grind the ledge and land on the rails. So let me try... No. Try one more time here. Let me go really... Let me do it right this time. That was the problem I was having before. Yeah, it's a bit on the difficult side for me. There we go. Then we have a couple of ramp-to-ramps to do. Fingers crossed that these will not be much of a problem for me. There we are. West exit, rail-to-rail tight. And I think you can imagine what the other one's gonna be, as we have these ramps on the outside. This one is actually kind of a pain. And by pain, I mean really easy, because I'm so good, you guys. Okay. Now let's go up here and talk to this person. Bender.
So the party's cool and all, but there aren't enough girls here. It's a total dude festival. Grab that gardener's cart, find a few ladies, and do whatever it takes to get them back here. Don't be slacking. If you don't hurry up, this party's gonna be over before it really starts.
Okay, we've got this gardener's cart. It drives kind of slow and clunky. Kind of how you might expect a cart to play in this game,
A party,
drive in this
huh?
game.
Well, maybe if you show me how handy you are with that skateboard, I'll come to your party. How about showing me a combo?
Alright, 100,000 point combo. Let's start off with a gap. There's the east exit, ramp to ramp. Throw in a Bartman, and I think we're good.
Wow, that was cool. You seem like fun. I'll go to your party.
Now we just got to take her and drive to the next girl and run her over and make her demand something that we will then do. They reset this time here between girls. You really don't have to worry about running out of time or anything.
Well, she'd go anywhere. I'm not that easy. If
Oh,
you want
snap.
me to go to your party, you're gonna have to show me more. How about some of those neat freestyle tricks?
Oh, snap. Now just do the tricks that she tells you to do. We've actually got a very tight window, so try not to screw up too much. And there we are.
That was great. You never see people do that stuff anymore. I like you. Make room and I'll come to the party.
That's right, girls dig the old school skateboarding tricks. It's something to keep in mind, all you fellows and ladies who like ladies. Go around back of this amphitheater or whatever.
Come to your party, please. In that thing, you're gonna need to prove that you're cooler than that heap you're driving. Show me some of your moves.
Okay, we gotta get 150,000 points, not even in a single combo. And this is a good opportunity to get a few more gaps. Starting with the steeple lip. Let's see if I can get it first try. Did it! Alright. The steeple lip is doing a lip trick on the very top. That tippy top, that point, that triangle. Anything below that point will be a lofty lip. So it's all about lining yourself up and timing. Now let's go for one of these babies. The theater arm west, R to R low. There is no east, but there is, of course, this version, the reverse. Let me get back up there real quick, if I can. And we'll go over here, and shablammy. Alright, big organ side stage, R to R high, and of course we've got the opposite. And the opposite is a real pain. But we did it first try, that's pretty great. It requires speed, and a perfect angle, and a perfect jump. There's actually a real small window for getting the air and angle that you need. So I feel pretty good doing that first try. Anyway, you saw me go through that window, come out the other arm, because we've got a videotape up here to get. And might as well see what we can pull off here. There's another big ledge hop opportunity, or hopportunity, if you will. Oh, whoops. I got a little too greedy. That's fine. We will get this after the buzzer sounds, right? And this should be good enough. Should be. Yes, definitely is. I know math.
Hey, you really are pretty cool. Well, I'm all for coming to your party, even if I do have to ride in that thing. Let's go!
I'd say the hardest thing in this level was getting that gap while doing in the middle of a mission where you got a time limit. But even if I were to do it later, it doesn't make it any easier, it just means you've got more time to do it. Anyway, we drove him back, but somehow we still ended up hanging out back here. That's strange. So we gotta go find our next mission, and it's right over here. I probably should have gone the other way. That's fine. Here's Band Guy.
We're the band that's playing your party?
The NPCs in this game, I don't think I've mentioned this before, but the NPCs, they get randomized. So I wouldn't always, Band Guy would not always be this black guy in a long white shirt. And his bandmates would also not be his clones. But we got lucky here.
We stopped to get some grub, and while we were out, some joker snaked our instruments. Can you help us find him? Otherwise, we can't play for you guys.
I like imagining what kind of music they play. I don't know what it is, but it's funny to me. Anyway, get the instruments. There's 4 of them, and they aren't too hard to find. Let me just get up here. Oh, overshot that. That's all right. Let me turn it around, and we'll do it this way. No, we won't. I lied. Let's try this one more time. We got plenty of time to screw around, and we are actually going to use it for some screwing around. There we are. Get ourselves some drumsticks. Now let's go over here and be pretty careful. And let's line ourselves up. I'm looking at this flag banner, and I just want to jump on it in a grind. And I got flag flying for that. Now, go from a top ramp to a low ramp, and we got Founders R to R West Little. There will be an opposite of that called Big, and you'll see that right here. Hopefully. Yep, good. And that's the east side. So we did one west and one east. So we'll just turn around, flip it and reverse it. Something. Missy Elliott, you know. References. Grind. Get ourselves a base. And we dropped with the base. We let that base drop. Alright. And then the final thing is the microphone, which is all the way back here. We just gotta air over this little gap. This isn't actually a gap, though. We don't get nothing for it. And now we will go down, and I think this is Todd? Yeah. Hi, Todd.
Man, we need to get some flyers thrown around for this party. That gets to be your job, newbie. Slap these flyers around by doing wall plants to make sure they stick. You'll see the spots where we want them put up.
So we just need to do wall plants in the area with the green. And you need to be, I'd say, relatively straight. Make sure you got your timing right. And in this case, we're putting flyers up. We are in the 4th level of the game, and they are teaching us how to do a wall plant, basically. Although we did do one in the last level. It was a pain, you might remember it. You know, I guess that's one side effect of picking and choosing missions, is you could not do that one with the wall plant in the last level, and then you would need to learn it here. You know, I mean, you might not have known what sketching was, and you'll be taught it again and again. And I'm going to get this last flyer. Just got a wall plant. And let me take a quick look at my goals. Yep, it's going to send us to the last mission of the chapter, so we'll roll back and get this one before we do the final mission. And that will all be in the next video. So I'm going to snag this, and I will see you guys next time. Mwah. Love you. Giving you all those kisses all the time. Mwah.